Hi. Hi, it's been so long. It feels like it's been so long anyway. Hi everyone. Welcome. I'll just do my little spiel in the event that there's anyone new here, which I do hope there are some new folks. My name is Andrea and I am a knitter, a crocheter, and a fiber artist from Los Angeles. And I love to talk about yarn and making, especially with the people that I know speak my language. So thank you for being here, for hanging out. School's back in session, so I sort of am coming back to a more regular schedule, kind of. Yes, I am. And that feels good because as much as I love unstructured time, I'm also like ants in my pants and sometimes just don't even know what to do with myself. And I experienced that a lot over the summer where I was so restless and I really couldn't sit and knit. And that was such a strange experience for me. Anyway, that has all changed because, well, I think a couple reasons. Today and yesterday, there were some beautiful overcast skies. And while it's been like 90 degrees in the afternoon here, there's a lot more relief in the morning. In fact, my daughter and I took a wonderful hike today. Early this morning, we ran into some old friends, which was totally cool. And yeah, today's been a really good day so far. And I definitely have my knitting mojo has returned, and I think I owe a lot of that to Flock Fiber Festival, which is a fiber festival held in Seattle, and it was a couple of weeks ago now. I think it was the first weekend in August, and it was amazing to say the least. I am not a fiber festival junkie, so I don't have that much to compare it to, but it was so amazing, and it was so well planned, and it was so well executed, and it felt spacious and lots of breathing room, and yeah, it was so wonderful, and I hope to make it an annual tradition. And I think I can, because it sort of falls on the heels of when we go visit my father's house, and my stepmom up in northern Washington. So that trip in total was just so beautiful. Anyway, so yeah, I've come home with like a serious burst of knitting energy, and yeah, I just felt so excited. And I mean, I'll talk a little bit more about the actual festival maybe when I share the things that I got. And I may, we'll see how it goes. But I feel like this is gonna be a long video, but I don't know, because I don't know. I just kind of go with my gut on these things. I don't really have a plan. I did write some things down, so that's good. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad I'm here. And I'm wearing, this is such a cute top, you guys. I feel like everyone needs to make one of these. It's so easy, but it's just so cute and so summery. This is the, I think it's George, maybe French, top, and it's made by Johanna Gehrish. She is Colibri on Instagram. I will link everything that I talk about in this video below. So if I mispronounce something or say the wrong designer, forgive me on here. It will be corrected in the description box. And I knit this in beautiful Posh Yarns. It's this one, I think, is a sock base actually, and it has about 10% cashmere and merino wool, and it feels so good against my skin. I'm not wearing anything underneath it, you can see, and yeah, it just feels so good. And I love these bow ties, of course, because I love the bows. I love the bows, and it's just easy to wear, easy to adjust. So, you know, sometimes it can pull after lots of wear. So you just retie and it comes right back up. So I really love this top. Yeah, so what do I want to share? Well, there's so much, I feel a little overwhelmed. So why don't I do this? I'll share some of my works in progress, and I have one finished object, and then I'll get into the festival purchases. In the event that some people aren't into that, I'm totally fine with that, just don't watch. Anyway, so I'm super happy to show you a sweater I can't wait to put on. I put it on last night, but it was pretty hot. This is the finished Tanaka sweater by Junko Okamoto, and this is a pattern that was released, I think, last year in 2023. I love her pattern so much, and I am an avid hiker, so I was like, I would love to throw on a hiking sweater in the winter and the fall when it's chilly in the morning, because I go pretty early. And I decided that this was the perfect hiking sweater. And it is, and I cannot wait to wear it. It's a little crispy for me. I've got to say, I'm not used to this wool. I knit it in Lopi. I think it's did I write it down? Alafosslopi, which is the chunky weight Lopi wool, and but it is so gorgeous. Look at the colors. So this main color is so stunning. It is a black tweed that I chose for the main color, and then I chose a dark gray up here, the Chartreuse green, which also has a lot of color within it. It's like got a lot of orange and kind of hyper green, like really bright green. And this color is Ecru, this kind of peachy oatmeal, which I think this is so pretty. Anyway, I love it. It is a perfect outdoor sweater. I think I made mine the size 2 or 3, and I made the short cropped version, and I pretty much followed the pattern exactly. I think maybe I followed it exactly. So I think it's so cute. Anyway, I love it. And again, it is woolly, but believe it or not, it gets really chilly here in the mornings, especially in the winter. Like, it gets really cold. So I know I'm gonna wear that, and I'm just so excited to actually wear, you know, one of my knits in the hills. Yeah, so that's the Tanaka sweater, and I managed to finish that up. That is, I think, I only had a sleeve to do, so I just sort of powered that sleeve. Also, it's on a pretty big needle. I think it's a US 10, and it does go by pretty quickly. Because it was so hot, our house was like blasting the air conditioning, and so that was really the way I was able to finish it, because we live in an old house. The air was like blasting. It was actually cold in places in my house. So I sat in the cold places and knit this like crazy wool sweater while it was 90 degrees outside. So yeah. So that's my finished object. I will share some things in progress, and well, I have more than this, but these are things that I've been really excited to be working on, and they're all things I'd love to finish for the fall. And the first one is the TRINIGAN, which is a beautiful cardigan. It looks like a jacket kind of to me, but it's a really heavy cardigan, open cardigan with a beautiful shawl collar-ish, and it's all mosaic knitting. And I'll just show you, I don't know if you can see the colors very well, but I decided to do a 2-color version instead of using the spin cycle, which is what she used. And the colors, the contrast color is in this absolutely stunning wool by the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. It's their worsted base, although I think this is kind of a special base. I'm not sure if they have this on the regular. This is kind of like farm yarn, and this colorway is Old Man Coyote, which is just bury me in this color. And you know, this is an effort. This is, oh my God, it is really, this is 18 inches of, 18 inches in length. I don't know what the width is. It's way bigger than that. A mosaic, essentially, some ribbing. It's exciting. I'm at a kind of exciting part because I sort of started the front, and it was really great because my knitting besties were over last weekend, and they kind of helped me visualize what is happening, because for a minute there I could not figure it out, but now I get it. So this is all going to be the fronts, and the back comes up higher. Anyway, so I'm currently about to start the back. I finished the right front, and I'm about to work the back, and then the left front, and then I think it's just smooth sailing from there. And I really think the sloggy part is over. The main color that is here is West Yorkshire Spinners Jacob's wool, which is this is my first time using it. I really wanted something woolly, and this is very woolly. So this is the Jacob's wool, and I believe it's the color medium brown. So it's gonna make a really beautiful structured garment. And if you haven't seen the TRINIGAN sweater itself, I'll put a link below, but it's got kind of a car coat feeling, and I could not be more excited for the finished object. Also, I am so excited to block this and see what really happens to this wool, because right now it's pretty puffy and you know, a little bit crunchy. So we'll see what happens with that. Another thing I've been working on since I got back is my color play pullover by Beth MacDonald Stone, and she is awesome. She is such an incredibly prolific designer. It kind of blows my mind. She has a podcast on here, which maybe you all already know that, but it is fascinating to me, like how fast she can knit things. I'm just blown away. And also her brain with just like explodes with beautiful new ideas and new great silhouettes. This is an older pattern of hers, and I thought it would be sort of the perfect framework for some handspun. So this is it. I finished the sleeve, which I'm really proud of, which like I can't see in front of me, so I just don't know what's happening at all. But this is all beautiful handspun, and the shape. So this is such a cute shape. It's got a really cute puff sleeve. I think I'm gonna keep the mock turtleneck sort of situation. So I have another sleeve, and then let's see, I've done about, I don't know, 2 inches of the body, and I need to do about 11. So I'm just kind of working on that right now, and I'm really, I think I will have enough yarn. This is what I'm using for the body. This was my hand spun. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I have another skein for the sleeves that's a little bit less consistent, and I feel like I've used more than half, so we'll see. And I'm not being crazy about the striping, although no, I don't think so. I don't think I will. I don't think I can. I don't think I want to. But anyway, this is all, let's see, this was all from the Nest Fiber Advent of 2023. And this was a really nice spin, and this was a very focused spin as well, because I really wanted to do it all in December. So that's it. It's gonna be so cute. I did change the sleeve a little bit, only in that she does kind of a rolled cuff, and I like a little ribbed cuff, just because I thought it would look really nice with this ribbed collar. Yeah, so that is the Color Play pullover, and I will link it below. It's a super cute pattern. Like, I could see making these in a lot of different gauges even. Okay, another one that has been like calling my name since I've been home is this is the Selene sweater, and this is the, I think it's the DK version. I'm doing the 3rd size, and this is a pattern by Anna Ventzel. And this is one that I was really excited to kind of experiment with fading, because, and I have a whole kind of episode talking about this, but fading is not it's not something I've had a lot of experience with. And in fact, even spin cycle yarn is just not something I'm totally immediately drawn to, but I do, as a painter myself, I do love this concept of like painting with yarn, and I see so many beautiful iterations of this on many colorwork sweaters. So I just really felt like, oh, I want to do this. I had a lot of mini skeins, so this is the Selene. I have one sleeve that I modified with this corrugated rib cuff, just to kind of, you know, tie it in a little bit. And then I've just been working on the body since I've been home, which isn't that far. I think I've gotten, well, maybe another 2 inches on this. But this I'm knitting. Okay, I can't remember all the mini skeins here, but the main color is the most heavenly combination on this earth. Well, I guess heaven isn't really on earth technically. This is Bare Naked Wools in their Better Breakfast fingering, and it is just the most stunning, like, I don't even know what color this is, you guys, but it's freaking gorgeous. And I'm pairing it with Qing fibers. I this is the beautiful cashmere lace that they have called Veranita. So these two are being whipped up together, and they are making the most heavenly fabric. I hope that's focusing. I can't really see what I'm doing. Anyway, it is knitting up absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, the most gorgeous fabric ever. So this is a combination that is so special and feels very luxe. Incredibly soft. And the yarn, the Bare Naked Wool, I bought at Rhinebeck last fall, which I'm going to Rhinebeck again this year. I'm so excited. I'm already excited. We're staying at my cousin's again. He has this gorgeous farm in the Hudson Valley, about 15 minutes from Rhinebeck, so I'm so excited. And I'm going with my mom again. And my two sisters are coming, which is incredible. They're not knitters, but at least we're gonna have a lot of nice hangout time. Anyway, so that is the Selene sweater. This is the original, which is a 2-color version, which is also really beautiful. Like, it's really pretty. It's very kind of alpine, you know? So the pattern is beautifully written. This is my first pattern of hers, and it is so beautifully written. So I'm really enjoying that. And then I did cast something on furiously as soon as I got back. And this was one of the projects that I talked about in my last video, where I was just preparing to go to flock and wanting to kind of keep my head on straight. And I really feel like I pretty much did that. So I am knitting the Geometer Cowl by Lotta Lothgren. It's probably a terrible, wrong mispronunciation, but it's a gorgeous cowl. And it is, it's a Mobius cowl. So I'm basically knitting a tube. And when I went to flock, so this was something on my list. I was like, I just want a beautiful combination of yarn, because I really wasn't satisfied with what I had. The original uses Spin Cycle, and she is also a yarn purveyor, so she used some of her own, I believe it's Elk Market yarn, which also looked gorgeous. But I really wanted to buy something in person, and just to really get the colors right. So actually, I was shopping first. I think I stopped in the Spin Cycle booth, which was, I mean, crazy gorgeous. I've been to their shop, and that's just an incredible experience as well. But they have new colors that are pretty amazing. And I also saw a color I've never seen before, which is like, I feel like this is my Spin Cycle, okay? This is the Spin Cycle that my soul relates to. And it's called Brown Sugar. And it is just absolutely stunning. It's kind of these greens and browns, and I mean, it's just incredible. It's on the Nocturne base. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I got some of these, and I think I even got a little bit extra so that I could use it for a sweater or something. And then I found, you guys, the most delicious mohair silk. So I like mohair, but it's not my favorite. It's prickly. I feel like I'm in like a warmer phase of my life. So mohair doesn't really feel that good on my skin. But this is, and this is Le Garçon. And I just don't even know if this color is coming through, but this is the most gorgeous color, I swear to you, I have ever seen. Like, this color, I haven't seen before on wool. I guess that's what maybe I mean too. Like, it is, I don't even know what to say that it is. Of course, it's kind of a slate gray, green-ish blue, but there are undertones of bronze. Like, it has an inner glow. The colorway is called Jonathan's Soft Day, which I want to know what Jonathan's Soft Day was like. Anyway, I also got to meet Vincent, who is just completely adorable and sweet as could be. And I just thought this pairing, I was like, this is my geometer cowl. This is my geometer cowl. And I'm so thrilled. I am so thrilled. What's happening? Okay. So this is knitting up very beautifully. The spin cycle is super subtle, but that is, I think that's what I like. I think that's what I like about the spin cycle. So I'm not even sure if you can see this. I've done almost 3 repeats, I think, or maybe I'm starting my 4th repeat. No, 3 repeats. And then, so this is gonna be a long tube, basically, that I'm gonna, you know, twist, and it's a provisional cast on. So I'm just gonna like bind it off together. I believe that's what the directions are. But these colors, you guys, I mean, oh my God. And of course I see all the variation, but, oh my God. It is so pretty. Oh my God. Anyway, it's so exciting also to like be in person with this yarn that, like, you know, I've watched their podcast. I've certainly heard about their yarn, but there is no comparison to buying yarn in person. There is just no comparison. And I'm kind of, from this experience, really feeling that is the way to do it. Like, I've certainly bought yarn online, but it is not the preferable circumstance with which to buy stuff, because you really can't see what it looks like. And anyway, I'm so happy I was there. I'm just so happy because I figured out what I'm making for the geometer cowl. And then there was another project that I am super excited to cast on, which is, I mentioned in my last video, which I apologize, I did not link that sweater, but it's a free pattern by Phil Kalana, and it's called Nordstrand. And this is a photograph of it. It's a pretty traditional Nordic kind of colorwork sweater. What I really like about it is that the color work, so in a lot of yokes, you know, it kind of does this like circular yoke thing. This is more, it waits until sort of your shoulder to start the color work. And I just love how that band kind of moves from your shoulder across your chest to your shoulder. And this part, so you can't, maybe here. The cast on, you're making a gorgeous turtleneck, like a gentle, soft turtleneck. And I just think this is gorgeous. And this was the first thing that I bought yarn for. And I'm gonna show it to you right this second, because I was, speaking of buying yarn in person, I mean, I'll just take a couple out. So I wanted something It's a worsted weight. It might even be an Aran weight, actually. And you saw it, so it's like you need a main color and whatever for the color work. And this yarn is part of this new collaboration between the Farmer's Daughter Fibers and Spin Cycle Yarns, and I believe it's called the Spinster's Daughter Worsted. And I don't know if this color is gonna show up the way it really is in real life, but I'll try and put it here. I don't know if that works. Does that work? So it looks really dark. It's green, y'all. It is like the deepest forest green. It's called Evergreen. This is gonna be my main color, and I'll tell you the color name of this contrast color that I bought. I decided that I wanted to do the contrast color in this fluffy Oh Dang DK, which is a newish base. This color is indescribable. It's called Many Moons, and that's all I can really say. I don't know what else to say about this because it is like otherworldly, and I would never buy this color online, ever. But in person, it's so stunning and ridiculously soft. So I thought it would be nice. It'll probably be sort of a, you know, kind of blurry, color worky looking thing, but I don't care. I just felt totally head over heels in love with these two yarns together. And I also just, like, I've never shopped their yarn in person. Guys, it's just so incredible. Anyway, I met Candace. We had a little chat. She's everything you think she is, or that I thought she was. And she's just absolutely beautiful, very kind, very sweet. And I met her daughter as well, who was helping her out in the booth. So that was really cool. So Farmer's Daughter Fiber, that was my first stop. It was like so scrumptious. And I fulfilled the second thing on my list, which was this Nordstrom sweater. Let's see. The other thing that I had on my list, what else did I have on my list? Hold on. So you guys know that I love to make these little shawlettes and little collars by Miki Takagaki. She is a fantastic designer, and she makes these just gorgeous little designs. I actually wore my one of mine to Flock. I got so many compliments, and it's just the perfect accessory, especially because I thought it was going to be so hot, but it actually wasn't that hot. And I want to make more of those, more of her designs, because she has many. And also, I have never seen, have I seen La Bien-Aimée in person? I don't know that I have. Maybe in Portland once when I shopped at Starlight. Yeah. But they had a beautiful booth with La Mercerie, and I actually saw some fabric that was being knitted up, and it looked just heavenly. And so I asked what it was, and they told me it was this combination of Alix and Kumo. Kumo is baby suri and mulberry silk. this is Falkland Merino plus Surrey Alpaca. So, you know, soft. This color is called Heliodor, and I don't know, I just loved it. It has like greens and yellows and, you know, pinks. And so this I'm gonna hold together for one of the shawlettes. It feels amazing. I love this so much. So that was La Bien-Aimée. What else? I have a big bag here. So this is my festival bag, by the way. I gotta show it to you because it's hysterical. Can you see it? It says I shopped Bare Naked, and this was a bag I got from Bare Naked Wools, and it is the perfect festival bag because, like, dude, it holds the, you just know you've bought enough. And it's easy to carry around, and you know, all of that. So let's see. I don't really remember the order, so I'm just going to show you what, because I know certain projects are going with certain wool. So the next thing I'm going to show you, which I think maybe was my next purchase, was from the Lamb & Kid. The Lamb & Kid, who has a shop on Bainbridge. I did not get to Bainbridge because we just really didn't have time, but one of these days I will. And there were lots of examples of sort of the newest iterations of the shrugs. So I believe Jackie Rose designed a handful of shrugs that were inspired by some fashion designers and upcoming trend styles. So, and I have only ever worked with their Birdie and Big Birdie for the party bow. So, oh wait, I'm missing one. So anyway, I decided I wanted to make one of the, I can't remember the name of it, but it starts with a B. But I picked up some so I picked up, not a kit, I just created a kit for myself. So this is Elmer Fingering. Elmer Fingering, I've heard a lot about, and it is 80% merino, 20% cashmere, 400 yards. This color is gray, is M ... I don't know the rest of the color. Oh God, but it is a gorgeous, like just gorgeous sort of, you know, the perfect gray suit kind of color. And for these kind of groupings of thin stripes, I chose Dial Tone, which is also just a perfect color. So it's going to be kind of like that. And then I thought it would be fun to throw in, by the way, these are 50-gram skeins, so which is fantastic because you really don't need very much, I think, for the contrast colors. So I got 2 of those. And then I thought it would be fun to throw in maybe a stripe. Military helicopter. I'm sorry for that background noise. Maybe that's Kamala coming home. Okay. So anyway, so I have my main color, I have my stripes, and then every once in a while I thought it would be fun to add like a cuckoo color like this. And I just could not resist these colors, really, if I'm being honest. This is called Spritz. And this is called Parfait. And I just thought they looked so cool with the yellow, with this like funky yellow. So we'll see, but I'm excited to make that. That is I believe when you buy the pattern too, you get the designs for all the different shrugs. And this is, I believe it's 2 strands of Elmer fingering held together. So that's for a shrug that's upcoming. Then I found a yarn dyer that I actually knew because they had done a trunk show at Wild Fiber Studios in Santa Monica. And I was like blown away by their yarn at that trunk show. And so I was, of course, very drawn to the wool that she had. And so I got a sweater's quantity of her Swale Sport in tarnished silver. And this is a beautiful tonal charcoal gray, gorgeous. This is 325 yards, 80% American Merino Rambouillet, and 20% cashmere. And it's so soft. And so I'm gonna pair it with this also insanely delicious yarn called Seafoam Lace in the same colorway. It is a lace weight. It's 53% baby alpaca, 34% silk, and 13% cashmere. I mean, can you even? And this is her logo. See, change fibers. And this color, these, I just think this is gonna make a gorgeous sweater. Like a simple, like a staple type sweater, yeah. Anyway, it feels so good. Sea Change fibers. They're from actually Northern California. Or did she say she moved up to Portland? I can't remember. But their yarn is exquisite and her color sense is just amazing. Okay, then I passed by the Ritual Dyes booth, which I have not had a ton of experience with their yarn. I was in a tarot club a couple years ago and got some DK skeins from them, but anyway, I actually stopped the club, and but it was really cool to see their yarn in person. I mean, this is another thing. It's just like, it's everything, being able to see it and touch it, and it's everything. I mean, that's what it's about. Okay, so this was their club or their festival colorway, and it's called Sunstone. And I decided to get a skein of their fingering, which is called Maiden, and their lace weight mohair. And I just need you all to see how insanely gorgeous this is. God, I really hope the colors are coming through. The I'll show you the mohair because it really takes that dye like just so spectacularly. So there's just like these orange bits and yellow bits and dark apricot, salmon pink. I mean, it's just like the gamut. So I got one of each, and I think this will also be a gorgeous chalette. That's my plan for that. Okay. I have to sit back on I feel really short. Okay, I'm gonna take a glass of water. Okay, and then these were purchases with not really like a specific idea in mind. So I went to Black Mountain Yarn Shop's booth, which I love their sensibility. I just love their Instagram. They're so amazing. Like, I'm really amazed at like these women that can knit and sew and wear their clothes and together. It's amazing. I think it's so fucking cool. And I am not quite there in my life, but maybe one day. I need my own sewing room. what I need. But it, oh, I also got this cute little bag there at Black Mountain Yarn Shop. Why isn't this focusing? This is so aggro. Okay, it's the cutest, most perfect tote for projects. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand, this dyer. It's Lavender Loon, and I bought the colorway Bellatrix, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's like pinks and peaches and kind of a grayish almost taupe. This is the label. And this is all baby alpaca, wool, and recycled nylon. So this is 284 yards each. I don't know what that's gonna be, but maybe some color work. That could be really pretty as color work. I also found this local Seattle dyer whose name is Seattle Sky Dye Works, and I like immediately went to this really, really cool kind of splattered yarn. They had a sample knit up in this, and it basically looked like tie-dye knit up, and I love tie-dye. And so, and it is, oh my lordy, so soft. I feel like this must be superwash wool. Anyway, the coolie thing too is this is called Space Needle. So it's all like, all Seattle. Yeah, it's superwash merino. Also cashmere. Got a lot of cashmere on my trip. Anyway, even if this just knits up to be like a t-shirt, I thought like that would be a great t-shirt, and it looks tie-dyed. It's so cool. Okay, and last but not least, also a completely new to me, like I'd never heard of these people, but I couldn't resist, and it's not really my thing. So they had like just these killer like neon, I mean, all these things I'm really drawn to, but I do recognize that like I've sort of moved on from that because I just don't, it doesn't feel like me anymore, but I'm so drawn to it, and they had such amazing colors, and so I just enjoyed myself in their booth. And then I saw this and I was like, you know what? I think I could make this. I think I could wear this. So this is called Ocean Fibers. They're from Astoria, Oregon. I'll show you the label. And I got this DK weight merino, and it's called, oh my God, it's a flocking rainbow. So maybe this was their flock colorway, but it is gorgeous. It's such a soft blend of like all these great colors, pastels. And I just thought these were gorgeous. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But I could not resist. I just could not resist. And that's my trip. That's my day. In addition to all these like magical yarn experiences, and I went to lots of places where I really didn't buy anything, but it was just so amazing to like meet the vendors, and I also met so many cool people that just made me feel like $1,000,000. So if you came up to me and said hello, I thank you so much, because that meant so much to me. And a lot of the feedback that I got also just made me feel so good and so like seen and so affirmed that like my intention for this whole podcast, vlog, whatever you call it, my intent is being communicated to you all. And my intent is really about community and connection. And we all share this really special love and passion and skill set, and when people all come together, and the people are from all walks of life, they're from all over the place, and this incredibly special commonality, there's so much sort of generosity and curiosity, and being in person at this fiber festival also just really, really reminded me of how brilliant this community is. And also, you can talk to anyone. Like, I mean, since I've gotten older, I'm a little less shy and afraid of talking to people. In fact, my kids think I talk to people in the grocery store way too much. But, you know, I saw so many gorgeous garments and shawls and camisoles and like just beautiful knitwear. And that's it. Like, oh my God, what are you wearing? It's so stunning. That's it. That is like all you need. There's such a common love and a common like understanding. And it's really like, yes, we're all totally different, but you speak my language. I get you. I get you. I get you. And it's just, anyway, I'm just going on and on, but it really makes me feel so full, makes me feel so privileged and special to be in this like niche community that is so fucking brilliant and so creative and so beautiful and so loving and beautiful. So I'm just grateful for that. And shopping yarn at a festival is very special. And there aren't a lot of festivals sort of in my local area. And I want to make more of an effort to attend, because there's just nothing like being in person with the wool and with the people that make these wools. So it was such a special experience, and I highly, highly recommend it for anyone who's kind of maybe never had that experience before. And yeah, it's just amazing. It's super, super special. And I think this one in particular, because it's not quite as big as Rhinebeck, and it's not quite as squishy and sort of like chaotic. There was a generous space. There was so much room to like look people in the eye, and communicate with people. So yeah, it was really cool. Okay, that's my story. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. Oh wait, I didn't share something. Okay, I'm gonna share one more thing, because this is actually like this is the last thing I bought, and it's insane. I saw a sweater hanging in the Wool Folk booth, and I just bought the sweater today, and it's called, I think, the Terrebonne sweater is a stunning, stunning cabled sweater, but it's like the big kind of lanky, like antler cables, I believe. Anyway, that is gonna be my next cast on, and I got the wool in the mail because they had sold out, and this is Fa. This is Fa. In like a chestnut brown color, I believe. And I bought a sweater's quantity to make this stunning, stunning cable sweater. Thanks for being here. I love you all, and I hope you are all feeling energized by the fall, by the culture, by your work, your family, your friends, and thanks for coming along for the ride. Okay, talk to you soon.